Hello everybody, this is session 5 of our teaching. Today we are going to learn the present simple. The present simple here refer to the present simple affirmative, and see that present simple can be used to show many points. For example, present simple is used to talk about the repeated action, something that happened again and again. It is not about the past. Here, the present simple we talk about the action happen again and again in the present. For example, you say that every day I always get up at 6 o'clock, means that at 6 o'clock you usually get up. And another usage of present simple is about fact or truth in general. The word fact means something that is true from nature. For example, you say that the earth moves around the sun, or you can say that the water boils at 100 Celsius. This is also called a fact, and something that is called general truth. For example, you say that the ball is round. You expect that the ball is round, and a cow has 4 legs. So that's it about something that is in general true. You won't say that the ball is flat, except in some specific circumstances. Okay. Now we talk about repeated action. As I have been mentioning, say that present simple is used to talk about the repeated action. Something that happened again and again is about the present time. It can be about the habit, it can be about your hobby, or it can be about the timetable that the train just ran. It is fact. Sorry, I should say it is about something that is again and again that is true. Okay, if you look at the chart about, the present simple is usually to talk about the present only, it's not about the past. Okay, well, everybody, again, so as we have been mentioning, present simple is used first to talk about the repeated action happening in the present. Another thing is about the fact, something that is true from nature. And another thing, the third one, is used to talk about the general truth. What is the difference between the fact and the general truth? When you talk about the fact, people expect that that happen from nature. But if you talk about general truth, it's not always been truth, but it is truth in general. For example, you say that a chair has 4 legs, but it doesn't mean that every chair has 4 legs. Yeah, but in general, a chair has 4 legs. So again, this is called general truth. Now let's move back to our exercise. Here are some examples by using the present simple. Now, if you have a look at the first sentence, that is the example for you. I play tennis very often. What is it about? Is it about the fact? Is it about the general truth or about the habit? You can see that I play tennis very often, but the key words here, you see the word very often, means that something happened again and again. So again, we say that it's about the habit or the hobby. Perhaps this is your hobby, so it happens again and again. Okay, another thing, she blah blah tennis. Can you just put one word? For example, she plays or she doesn't play tennis. Do you think that she play or she doesn't play? Okay, it can be positive or negative, but the thing is that the subject is a third person singular, and the word play here without an s. So it cannot be she plays, right? She must. The sentence here must be she doesn't play to talk about the negative one, the present simple. I see. She doesn't play, or you can say she does not play tennis. Excuse me, can you find a proper word to fill up the blank here? The train every morning at 8 a.m. So the train what? The train goes every morning, the train comes every morning, or the train leaves every morning. You can put any word, but make sure that it makes sense. Okay, now the train. The subject train is a third person singular. So when you fill up a verb here, there must be an is after the word. Again, we said that the third person singular used with any word. So the word must be just we said that when the subject used with a verb, if the subject is a third person singular, the verb need an is. So it takes an is at the end of the verb. So now check together. You can just fill up any word here, just on the example. Okay, the train leaves every morning at 8 o'clock. Okay, you see that? The word leaves has an is at the end of the verb. How about the train at 9 a.m.? So the train what? You can see that there is a main verb, so you don't need another verb here. So that must be the negative one. The train what? The train is a third person singular, so the train don't, or the train doesn't. That's it. Okay, the train doesn't. You see that? The train does not leave at 9 a.m. Okay, this is just only the example, but you won't study the negative or the question form in here, but I just write some examples for you so that it is the beginning of a verse lesson. Okay, now number one, and we finished the action talk about the repeated action. We are going to move to the fact or generalizations. So as we have known, the fact is about nature, and generalization is mean the general truth, is mean something in general, or people in general expect that. This is called generalization. Here, in here, we say the present simple is used about the fact. The fact means that the action is true, not only now, but true all the time. It is true in the past, it is true in the present, and it is also true in the future. That's it. Okay, go on. Now we are going to have a look at some more examples. For example, you can say that cats like milk. Is it true? Yeah, that is true. That is a general. It is not about fact, but it is true. Cats like milk. Bird doesn't like milk. Yes, that's it. Windows are made of glasses. Windows are made of glass. And windows are not made of wood. Okay, so I just show you some more examples. We talk about the grammatical view. It's about the present and the third person singular. What is a third person singular? In English, there are three kinds of person: first person, second person, and the third person. If we talk about the third person, we come into two different categories. We talk about the third person plural. The pronouns, there is one pronoun. There is only one pronoun showing the third person plural. That is they. And three pronouns. You have three pronouns show the plural. Show the third person singular. About the male one, you use he. The female one, you use she. And for the object, the word it is used. In the third person singular, the verb usually need an is at the end. For example, he wants, she needs. You see that? An is after the word want. and then another s after the word need. This is okay. Here is an x, sh, double s, ch. Oh, that's what I want you to remember. Every verb ending in x, ending in sh, ending in double s, ending in ch, and ending in o need es when the verb is used with the third person singular. For example, he fixes. Fixes, you don't need an s, not only an s, but es. Why do we need an es? This is the rule of English. When any verb, main verb, used with the subject third person singular, the verb need to fill up with es at the end. Okay, go on. He fixes, it pushes, he passes, she catches, and he goes. Can you find more examples? For example, do, when you use the pronoun she, and then it becomes she does. Watch, for example, he watches. Yeah, the verb that ending in ch. That's it. So you have to remember. So this is the rule. So please take note of the rule. The rule is the rule. The rule is something that we have to follow. We cannot change the rule. So please adopt and then follow the rule. And for more verb ending in y, you have to think about y. The y here can be changed to ies only if there is a vowel, there is a consonant one, a consonant, and then plus y. For example, fly ending in l plus y, consonant plus y. When this verb, this kind of verb is used with the third person singular, for example, he, she, it, or a person name. So when this kind of verb is used with the third person singular, you have to change the y into ies. That's it. For example, fly into flies, cry into cries. You see that? You change, you just omit the word, the letter y, and then adding in ies, and then cries. Cry spell coy, and then when it is used with the third person singular, it is spelled coies. That's it. But if the verb ending in a vowel plus y, for example, the word play is spelled play. A is a vowel and then ending in y, so we don't change y to ies here, but just add an s is enough. Pray and then praise, just add an s. And for more verb, for example, buy, you buy a book, and then when you use with the third person singular, for example, she buys a book, you don't change y, but just only adding an s. That's it. For example, he pays the fee, and there is no changing of y. Okay, here are more examples. Here, as we have said, he goes to school every morning, and then don't forget es. And then do we have more rule of the adding s or es or change y to ies? I think that's all for the rules of adding s or change the y to ies, or the adding es. That's it. Just follow the rule about that we have been mentioning. He goes to school every morning. Is it about fact, habit, or general truth? Now decide. Just remember one thing. If you want to know what rule it goes with, here you see that every morning, every day, every week, every year. When you see the word every is about a habit or a hobby, something that happen again and again. That's it. Every. When you see the word every, but not everyone. Every plus time. Every morning, every day, every week. That's it about time, but not everyone. Everyone is not the time. Be careful. She understands English. The word she understands English is about what? It's not about the habit, but it's the fact. It's true, right? She understands English. Another thing you can say that understand is the state verb. So state verb, or we call non-action verb. You cannot put ing to non-action verb. You cannot put it into the continuous form. You can put ing only if it is used with it is used as the gerund, or it is used after the preposition, or something else. It's not about tenses. Again, understand is the state verb, so don't put ing. Again, don't use it in continuous form with the state verb. Okay, the next one, it mixes the sand and the water. He tries very hard, and then she enjoys. You can also look at more examples. If you go to the student book, you can have more examples. Okay, now let's try to think of more example of using the present simple. Now I give you one more example by using present simple in the showing the fact. To say that the earth is round. When I say the earth is round, it is fact. The earth is round. Yes, so this is used with the present simple. And if you use the present simple to talk about the habit, for example, I go to bed late at night every day. This is about the habit. Yes, you don't say that I am going to bed late at night every day. No, you cannot use the present continuous in the habit. Okay, one more thing. When we say that the sky is blue, this is that is true, general true. The sky is blue, but you don't expect to see that it is a red one. Yes, you can see from another planet. Okay, just go on with the time expression. Here, I just want to show you only the word every day, every Friday, every week, every month, every summer. As I have been mentioning, when you see the word every, and then plus time, it is used with present simple. What are more adverbs? For example, adverb always here, always, never, often, usually, sometimes, rarely, occasionally. You just remember adverb of frequency. You don't care about how often it is, but when you use the adverb of frequency using the present time, you must use present simple. It doesn't care whether you always do it, or you often, or you never, but when you use the adverb of frequency, just use in present simple. For example, I go to school every day. I always go to school. That's it. This is the use of present simple. Can you think of more example by using never in present simple? What do you never do? For me, I never go to France. I never been alone at night. Yes. Okay, just go on. Think about your activities or your habits, something that you have never done. You said that I never blah blah, and then plus the base form. If you use with the third person singular, you don't forget s, es, or change y to ies. Here are the examples only. Okay, now work with your friends if you have one, or work with the one who is sitting next to you if you are now with him or her. If you don't, you can go back home or go back or call somebody and then use the question here. What do you get up? Oh, sorry, what time do you get up? When do your brothers go to bed? Okay, that's it. If you ask yourself, what time do you go to bed or what time do you get up? So now you answer. Okay, now give you 2 minutes to answer this question. First, what time do you get up? The next one, when do your brothers go to bed? Have a go.